Greetings, friends. Today I want to take you to a clear winter morning in the United States. A morning filled with excitement, pride, and celebration. A morning when millions of people looked up at the sky, unaware that they were about to witness a tragedy that would change space exploration forever. This is the story of the Space Shuttle Challenger. On January 28, 1986, the Kennedy Space Center in Florida was alive with anticipation. School children across America were watching televisions in their classrooms. Families gathered around screens. Cameras were pointed at the launch pad. This mission was special. For the first time in history, a civilian, a school teacher, was going to space. Her name was Christa McAuliffe. She had been chosen from more than 11,000 applicants, a symbol of inspiration, a bridge between space and everyday people. She would teach lessons from orbit. She would show the world that space was no longer just for astronauts. The Challenger crew consisted of 7 people: commander, pilot, mission specialists Ronald McNair, Ellison Onizuka, and Judith Resnick, payload specialist Gregory Jarvis, and Christa McAuliffe. They were experienced, trained, confident. They trusted the machine. The launch had already been delayed several times. Weather, technical issues, scheduling pressure. NASA was under immense strain. The Space Shuttle program was supposed to make spaceflight routine, reliable, almost ordinary. But delays were piling up. Budgets were tight. Public expectations were high. That morning, temperatures dropped unusually low. Overnight, ice formed on the launch pad. Engineers were concerned, very concerned. One component in particular worried them, a small but critical part called the O-ring. It was a rubber seal used in the solid rocket boosters. Its job was simple, but vital: to seal gaps and prevent hot gases from escaping. Engineers knew something dangerous. At low temperatures, rubber becomes rigid. It loses flexibility. It cannot seal properly. The night before launch, engineers from the company that built the boosters warned NASA. They said the O-rings might fail. They strongly recommended delaying the launch. What followed was not a technical debate. It was a management decision. NASA officials questioned the data. They asked for proof. They worried about public perception. Schedules mattered. Pressure mounted. Eventually, the recommendation was reversed. The launch was approved. At 11:38 a.m. Eastern Time, Challenger lifted off. Smoke, fire, thunder. The crowd cheered. For the first 73 seconds, everything appeared normal. Then, something went wrong. A flame escaped from the right solid rocket booster. The O-ring had failed. Superheated gas burned through the structure. At 73 seconds after liftoff, Challenger broke apart. A massive fireball filled the sky. To spectators, it looked like an explosion. But the shuttle did not explode. It was torn apart by aerodynamic forces. The crew cabin separated in half. It fell into the Atlantic Ocean. For a moment, the world was silent. Then confusion. Then horror. Television commentators struggled to speak. Classrooms froze. Parents stared in disbelief. NASA announced, obviously a major malfunction. Investigations began immediately. What they uncovered shocked the nation. The disaster was not a mystery. It was not unforeseeable. It had been warned about. Engineers had predicted exactly what would happen. The O-ring failed due to cold temperatures, just as feared. But deeper than the technical failure was a cultural one. A culture where warnings were normalized, where risk became routine, where dissent was discouraged. NASA had slowly accepted danger as acceptable. The Rogers Commission was formed to investigate. One member stood out: physicist Richard Feynman. During a televised hearing, he dropped a piece of O-ring rubber into ice water. He removed it. It did not spring back. He held it up for the world to see. His conclusion was simple and devastating. For a successful technology, reality must take precedence over public relations. Nature cannot be fooled. Evidence also suggested something even more heartbreaking. Some crew members may have survived the initial breakup. Emergency air packs had been activated, but there was no escape system, no way to survive the fall. They were conscious, helpless, falling. NASA grounded the shuttle program for nearly 3 years. Changes were made, safety protocols rewritten, but the cost was irreversible. 7 lives lost, a nation's trust shattered, the illusion of routine spaceflight shattered. Challenger changed how disasters are understood. It showed that catastrophes are rarely caused by a single. They are built slowly, decision by decision, warning by warning, ignored. Today, the launch pad still stands, the ocean still moves beneath it, and Challenger remains a reminder that progress demands honesty, that safety demands courage, that listening matters, because sometimes the smallest part can bring down the greatest machine, and sometimes the warning is heard but not acted upon. Waiting.